The subject for tonight's discussion is there a beat generation? It is a subject of considerable interest on many college campuses, particularly urban universities. It is of literary interest, of interest as a social phenomenon, and some would consider as a symptom of the alienation which many young people experience in trying to adapt to the standards of the problems of our society in this anxious age. Our first speaker is a man who has been called the spokesman of the beat generation, although it is my understanding that he dislikes this title. He is a native of Lowell, Massachusetts, a former student at Columbia University, author of numerous articles and books, including The Town and the City, On the Road, The Subterraneans, and most recently, The Dharma Bums. I am pleased to present Mr. Jack Kerouac.
Well, how close? Sorry. The question is very silly because we should be wondering tonight, is there a world? But I could go and talk for 5, 10, 20 minutes about is there a world, because there is really no world, because sometimes I'm walking on the ground and I see right through the ground. And there is no world. And you'll find out sometime. But they asked me to write an article about the beat generation, and it fits right in with the question of the dean. It's called The Beat Generation. And the article is supposed to be about my relationship to the beat generation, all that stuff. And it's a very funny article. So I never made a speech, so I'll read it. Okay? This article necessarily will have to be about myself. I'm going all out. That nutty picture of me on the cover of On the Road results from the fact that I had just gotten down from a high mountain where I'd been for 2 months completely alone. And usually I was in the habit of combing my hair, of course, because you have to get rides on the highway and all that. And you usually want girls to look at you as though you were a man, not a wild beast. No commas yet. I'm like Oscar Levant, I gotta hold my heart. But my poet friend, Gregory Corso, opened his shirt and took out a silver crucifix that was hanging from a chain and said, "Wear this and wear it outside your shirt and don't comb your hair." So I spent several days around San Francisco going around with him and others like that to parties, arties, parks, jam sessions, bars, poetry readings, churches. Walking, talking poetry in the streets, walking, talking God in the streets. At one point, a strange gang of hoodlums got mad and said, "What right's he got to wear that?" And my own gang of musicians and poets told him to cool it. "Why don't you come back in a million years and tell me all about it, angels?" Recently, Ben Hecht said to me on TV, "Why are you afraid to speak out your mind? What's wrong with this country? Why is everybody afraid of?" Was he talking to me? And all he wanted me to do was speak out my mind against people. He sneeringly brought up Dulles, Eisenhower, the Pope, all kinds of people like that. Habitually that he would sneer at with Drew Pearson. Against the world, he wanted. This is his idea of freedom. He calls it freedom. But who knows, my God, but that the universe is not one vast sea of compassion, actually? A veritable holy honey beneath all this show of personality and cruelty? In fact, who knows but that it isn't the solitude of the oneness of the essence of everything, the solitude of the actual oneness of the unbornness of the unborn essence of everything, nay, the true pure foreverhood, that big blank potential that can ray forth anything it wants from its pure store, that blazing bliss, Mati Vajrakaruna, the transcendental diamond compassion. This is 2,500 years old. Why should I attack what I love out of life? This is beat. Live your lives out? Nah. Love your lives out. And when they come and stone you, at least you won't have a glass house, just your glassy flesh.